Hey there, fellow watchers. Chapter 2 of our Christmas extravaganza is here, and it's a Christopher Columbus double shot. A happy accident, mind you, after last week's Home Alone, which is nice to have something happy after last week's Home Alone. 1984's Gremlins was marketed as a kids' movie, which it absolutely isn't, with parents and kids walking out of screenings on release. But it still managed to find its place and became a bona fide hit. I'm Whitey, and it's officially Christmas time 2024, and there's no better way to spend it than with Born to Watch, the movie podcast where we don't take the movie or ourselves too seriously, except, of course, Damo,
during the Snorbs report,
which will be a cracker today.
Yes, stay tuned.
You've already heard him, Sir Dimmy Cockburn, and it is Cockburn in.
Cockburn in. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Great to be here. Good to see. I noticed too that I've inspired your wife. I saw that beautiful painting tribute that she did of the nose of the leopard. Incredible that I can just have that effect on people.
Mate, I couldn't believe you wrote it. I couldn't believe that someone said they snorted their coffee. The perp. Now, was it? I'm assuming it was at the nose of the leopard, not at me calling you a knobhead.
Could have been either.
Either.
I think it was unfounded. Your call. It was. We're talking. This is an art piece, and then you go and throw in knobhead, like we talk about bringing the class down.
Nose of the leopard. Yeah. One of your worst.
One of the best.
Just one of the many stairs on the way down to oblivion that your kick-ass credit songs have taken at the back end of this year.
This is unfair. This is ridiculous.
Up on the land 2 weeks in a row. He's really gagging to finish this year off. Dan on the land. Welcome back.
What about the perp? Hasn't she fallen from grace? Like she was a big talking point there. She's a bit of a fan of mine. And then she switched allegiances to one Dimmy Cockburn. And she's like yesterday's hero. I think if she switched back to the man on the land, she might become integral to the pod again. What do you reckon?
She's always integral.
It's a fair call.
I think she's always integral to the pod.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
Look, you can't blame someone finding taste.
No.
And look, it was a very small sample size, and it just shows that, look, and we'll go through it a bit today in the OnlyFans section. Dan's got some fans.
Yeah.
He does.
Dan's got some fans.
I'm underappreciated around here.
The silent majority.
Look, I can understand Pert. Like Damo came in hot, and he was excellent off the bat, and his songs were 10 out of 10 to go with. But the Perp's got to be thinking now, holy shit, what's happened to this guy?
and because we discussed last week that you're getting better and better looking. Like
that's what I mean.
Like, buckling to the Swan Princess.
I think definitely. Perp she's jumped off the Dan train a little early in the piece.
Been looking at a gift horse in the mouth, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, well, maybe 2025 she'll come to her senses. But
she might slide onto Gow.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past her.
No, she's
I don't think
getting
she could handle Gow.
Gow's been on a decline since his peak in the 90s, just smashing up tens. He's really slid down the totem pole. So a couple of his family photos lately, Jesus, I'd be airbrushing Dad out of it.
Overs and unders, 40 years old this year. Gremlins, 1984 movie. Look, obviously, it was in the wheelhouse of us all. In 84, we all would have been around the time that we would have seen a movie like this. I've been conservative. I've been that a little bit of late. 10 is the number. Dan on the land, over and unders 10. Do you remember first seeing Gremlins?
Massive unders. I didn't have any flicker of recognition when I watched this film. I don't know that I saw it in 1984. I think I was one of those sheltered kids that was probably held back because of the vibe on the film from those that did go and saw it and realized that it was definitely a different kids movie. So no, I've watched it whenever I saw it yesterday, and not I didn't remember anything else of it. I remember the Mad Magazine version. There seems to be a lot of crossover in my memory of what if I saw the film or Mad Mag did the film at the time, because I was a big Mad Mag aficionado. But no, I'm going to say unders. Yeah, I don't recall last time I saw it, and don't recall it being a huge part of my filmography in that at that time.
Okay, cool. So Dimmy.
But just on that Mad Magazine thing, it just makes me think, like all shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy and everything that do these little snippets of movies and parodies.
Yep.
Mad Magazine.
Thank you, Mad Magazine.
Yeah, they started all that shit.
I have come so close to pulling the trigger on purchasing Mad magazines. Old Mad magazines.
Yeah, people that have like complete entire collections up until
I got very close. There was
80s.
a guy. There was a guy that had 120 for sale. He wanted 100.
Oh.
He wanted $100 for him.
Yeah,
and I was like, one where am I going to put 100 magazines?
Just goes 10 of them, mate, for $10. But yeah,
and there's actually a guy at Vicky Point that's selling Star Wars comics that I'm almost ready to get you to go and pull the trigger on.
Yeah, I'll go pick him up.
But or VP, sorry, up at VP.
Yeah.
Up at VP.
Well, so back to where we were. Yeah. I'm on 3. I saw it when it first came out. Then I watched it about 6 months ago. I watched Alien. I watched Rambo 2. I watched Basic Instinct. No, Fatal Attraction and Gremlins, like all in a row. Because the reason I know that was those 4, because it was Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. You know, what's going on? And it was all by sheer fluke. I think it's the time we did Fatal Attraction. No, it was Basic Instinct we did, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Basic Instinct, yeah.
So, but that was about 6 months ago I watched it. Then I watched it, yesterday. So I'm on 3.
Okay. Look, I've got to say, I'm unders. I'm unders for Gremlins. I'm probably around 8. I watched it in the early days. I watched it a couple times since. Watched it a bit in the video shop. And then tried to watch it with Isabel about 3 months ago. She couldn't finish it. She got scared.
Oh, yeah.
We had to stop. And then, which is funny because she's watched It.
Yeah.
Shining. Yeah, and The Shining, but she couldn't watch Father of the Year. But she couldn't finish Gremlins, and she wouldn't watch it with me when I watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
So I reckon I'm about 8. And don't have a huge, it wasn't a huge part of my growing up.
No.
I've got to say, I don't want to go off early, but I sort of enjoyed this. I didn't mind it. So I think it's going to be interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little about 1984 though? Because I feel like that is such an important year. I mean, obviously the name of a very famous book that predicted what the future would be George like Orwell? In 1994 from Mr. George Orwell. But my life wasn't very Orwellian in 1984. A young Dan on the land was living in suburban Melbourne. He had similar hair to now, but it was much redder and may or may not have had a rat tail. I was sport obsessed. I was elite in cricket, hockey, basketball, and AFL, a junior phenom. Yeah.
10?
Age, yeah. I was elite. Yeah, I loved Pseudo Echo, the Uncanny X-Men, and the Flashdance soundtrack. They were my go-to cassettes.
Maniac by Michael Sembello was
that's
the best
it.
of that.
He's a maniac. I think the major thing, though, that when I look at my children who are a similar age, especially my youngest daughter, so we were let out of the house each day at breakfast on our BMX bikes and didn't return until it was dark. And we got up to whatever the hell we wanted during the day.
Incredible time.
Different to parenting today. And Whitey, I remember for you were ready to pull down your pants and reveal the pubes of a 17-year-old man to your third grade classmates. So that was
I did.
Was it show and tell, was it?
Yeah.
Which I did.
Showing many
had a pube off with the teacher.
And
good and healthy. Yeah.
Damo, you were cutting sick at Club 28 in Mona Vale hunting schnorrs.
Oh, as a 14-year-old.
We all had very different 1984s, but yeah, I mean, extremely different 40 years later to what the kids would be getting up to today.
Totally.
100%. 1984 was the 80s were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great time to be
How
alive.
we survived, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have no idea how any of us didn't get kidnapped,
No.
molested,
Killed, just
murdered.
death,
Yeah.
just accidents, bikes,
bikes.
cars.
I remember
There
that
were
I
no phones. You went out of the house and you were gone the entire day. Like it did.
Yeah.
There was no sitting around the house. It was see ya.
It was funny. So my son we talked just off air, but my son has had ankle surgery, and he had it 4 days ago. 4 days ago, yeah, 4 days ago, and not one of his friends has come to see him.
Dickheads.
Right now, Megan said today. We asked him today, why haven't any friends? Oh, why would they do that? I'm like,
You're right.
You
They
know,
don't.
but
They're not social.
But Morgs, correct me if I'm wrong. That as
Yeah.
as a 17 or 18-year-old. There
Mm.
was not a day, I think, that you and I and Gow essentially did not spend some part of that day together.
Of course. Like it.
Even older, in your
Yeah.
20s.
I reckon all the way up, like
Yeah.
Mm,
from
mm.
from 13
Yep.
to probably 23 or 24. There was not a day
They
that
don't,
went
do,
past.
they don't do it anymore. They don't
Most
even-
days we would be in my bedroom writing sad songs after a
Oh,
breakup.
Jesus.
So I'd be plucking
young
out
Taylor Swift.
out the bass line on my bass,
It-
and I'd have Whitey on singing duties because he had a much better register, higher register. And yeah, I mean, we wrote
that's
some
pretty good.
classics together. Then that was
was
just the
pretty good.
songwriting. I mean, and then we were playing cricket out the front with the swing ball. That was,
Yeah.
I reckon
Yeah.
we spent about 2 years of that. Saying that, sorry, slight skew to the left, but someone who listens to the podcast a lot has been calculating how many hours you've spent watching all of the films that we've suggested, and said,
yes.
Whitey, that you would have to be 186 years old to have seen that many hours of the film.
Star Wars was 1,000.
Yeah,
I've wasted a lot of time. I don't apologize for that. So,
excellent.
listener, go fuck yourself.
Whoa, fair call. Yeah. Don't question the science.
Don't question the science. I got to say, last thing I'm going to mention, my son, who thinks he's some sort, I don't even know who my son thinks he is. He's 18. For the first time, he usually listens to the worst fucking music ever.
Yeah.
Right? Ever.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, no.
sad rap is his genre on Spotify when it comes up. He was listening
Sad rap.
He was listening to Champagne Supernova by Oasis last week.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And I was downstairs working, singing it word for word.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Wow.
I don't know how you came across Oasis. But
Mate,
anyway,
Oh,
My kids are full 80s, 70s music.
yours would be.
It'd be all over a clip talk.
Yeah, it would have been something. Yeah.
Click talk. Okay, because G-Man's not here, we're going to get a very, very good reading of the back of the VHS.
Thank
God.
cover.
Are you doing after action reviews for the year? And are you taking us all aside? And what are you going to say to Gow about his performance?
He's
Oh,
approved.
we'll be having. He'll get like a best fielding award, something like that. He'll get most improved.
Yeah.
He'll
Do you
get
use
most improved.
Do you use the PIP system, the praise, improvement, praise?
Definitely,
Oh.
definitely.
Yeah. It's
Definitely.
so you can. You were pretty punctual. You shit at podcasting, but you've got a good. you got a good.
But you're a good
dress
bloke.
sense.
The old,
Yeah,
the
you're a good
old
bloke.
shit sandwich. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. The Gremlins are coming in the year's most bizarre comedy. Sure, he's cute. Of course you can keep him. But heed these 3 warnings. Don't ever get him wet. Keep him away from bright light. And the most important thing, the one thing you must never forget. No matter how much he cries, no matter how much he begs, never, never feed him after midnight. With these mysterious instructions, young Billy Peltzer takes possession of his cuddly new pet. He gets a whole lot more than he bargained for. Rated PG, 106 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That is it. Got a lot of questions around the midnight.
Well, yeah, that's daylight savings would throw things out of whack.
Well, it's midnight somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's watch the trailer. Strap yourselves in.
Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins. Billy Peltzer has a nice home.
Charlie, is that you?
Yeah, Mom, it's me.
A nice job. A nice girl.
If you're not doing anything this Thursday night, maybe you'd like to go out on a date with me?
I'd love to.
And loving parents who are about to give him
You're gonna like this. No, don't shake it. We're gonna have to open it now. It won't wait till Christmas.
Doesn't give a
It doesn't give the Gremlins away, which is
doesn't give
good.
a hell of a lot out away, does it?
No, you just know that there's something causing the mischievous behaviour.
So, just a quick one before we get into critical thinking. Do you know where the birth of Gremlins comes from? Do you know the reason where the word and what it
No,
means?
no.
Dan, anything?
Something to do with Roald Dahl, I believe.
Well, back in World War II, it really
Yeah.
stemmed from was that a lot of the guys working on the planes and in the sort of the automobiles and that kind of stuff, if something went wrong with technology, they go, oh, there's a gremlin.
Right.
Yeah, there must be a gremlin, which is why at the end, when he goes, if something wrong with your VCR, if there's a check it could be a gremlin.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, oh, what's a gremlin? If they couldn't figure it out what was wrong with technology.
Yeah. Now we just say it's a glitch or something, but we
Yeah,
could
glitch
could
in the
say-
matrix.
Yeah,
We've
something. But
moved
it's
on.
it's a gremlin.
There you go. Critical thinking. IMDb rates Gremlin 7.3 out of 10.
Jeez,
It's high.
it is high.
86% on the tomato meter with a 78% popcorn score.
God.
Well received.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, okay. I'm
Bit surprised at that.
a bit. Well, I think the people that purposely go and watch it would enjoy it.
Mm.
But if you're forced to watch it, it's a bit different.
So you're saying that you were forced to watch this? Is that how it felt?
After
We've gone home alone into Gremlins.
Yeah.
You're feeling you
Jeez.
feel like
It's a
What's
tough,
his
it's a
name
tough
out of-
double header.
what's his name out of Clockwork Orange?
Oh, right, yeah.
with
I
his
don't know.
eyes open,
Yeah.
being tortured.
Yeah. No, it is. It's like it's a pretty hard double header. It's
We've
like,
got to do what we've got to do.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
sometime. Take
Yeah.
one for the team. Wait till we do Mannequin.
yeah.
That'll bring
Oh,
it back.
jeez, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good one to
It
do.
will be good. Don't worry, it's on the list.
Yeah.
Couple of reviews. A bad review from Vincent Canby of the New York Times. Gremlins is far more interested in showing off its knowledge of movie lore and making random jokes than in providing consistent entertainment.
Right. Yes, I suppose because there was so many Gremlin movie flashback, like Bogart was one of them, wasn't he, in the
Yeah.
jacket and whatever, and
Yeah, there's a
the
lot.
flash dancing one and
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
little. Yeah.
Well, that's more of it. It feels like it could be a bit of a stab at consumerism as well. Gremlins,
Okay.
a little bit.
I'll tell you what did get a fair run. Having a durry.
Mm.
God, I like to have a smoke. That was
Mate, the
re-
guy in the
the
garage,
guy in the garage was
he
smoking up
had 6,000 cigarette butts.
But then did he buy a couple of cartons himself of
Yeah.
smokes?
Yeah, he was walking off. I
He's
think he
walking out with a
traded.
couple of cartons.
I think he traded.
Yeah.
He traded
The
for
smokeless ashtray.
ashtray that the guy was coughing his guts up because there was too much smoke.
But the Gremlins loved the durry.
Or didn't they?
Three
They
at a time.
Mate, they
3 at a time.
loved it.
That, yeah.
Just showed they were bad. You know?
The old
Okay.
triple durry. Who's ever done the triple durry?
Well, so there's been 3 tits.
Yeah, I
Has there
know.
been 3 durries?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think this is the only movie where there's a triple durry.
first for everything.
Yeah.
Okay, good review. Peter Travers from People Magazine. Here's the season's most delicious and unexpected surprise. Despite the horror flick title, Gremlins is a movie of wicked wit and startling invention, and it has a heart that's at least a match for the special effects.
Okay, startling invention. Nothing to do with the inventions in the show.
World's worst inventor.
Yeah.
It's funny. The whole traveling salesman thing.
He was a pretty good salesman.
He was a
The
good
way he
salesman.
introduced himself,
Yeah.
gave the card, asked the questions.
Yeah.
I felt he was a good, very salesman. Like
Yeah. Yeah. The inventions were horrendous though.
they were shit. They were all like everything he invented. You could, the actual real way of doing it was better.
I did love, I've got him a good bad. It's probably good to touch on here, how the look on their faces everyone has
We've
before
gotta
they
use-
before they use
We've
an
got to use the
invention.
egg thing. Yeah, we've got to use
Oh,
the orange.
Yeah, he tries to answer the phone. Why aren't you using the remote? Try to use it. I'm using it.
So you got to press a button for the remote, but you can't just pick up
Yeah,
the phone
can't
and
pick up
talk
the-
into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculous. Okay, ordinary people. We'll start with the director, Joe
Oh.
Dante.
Yep.
So he was originally from essentially the Roger Corman School of Film. He was an apprentice there, and he cut trailers for the Corman films. You know, one of the biggest B grade filmmakers in the history, and a lot of current filmmakers come through his,
Oh, okay.
I guess, tutelage. His first movie, 1977's Piranha.
Oh, you've mentioned that a heap
Oh,
of
mate,
times.
It's we're going to cover it.
Yeah, right.
That's going to be in the short, sharp, and shit house section.
Okay, nice.
It's good fun. He's got a sneaky good career though. Now he directed one of your favorite movies,
Yeah, which one?
The Howling.
Oh,
81.
unbelievably good movie.
81's The Howling.
My favorite horror.
Is it?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, careful, Croaks is going to come and stab you.
With The Shining. Yeah.
He also directed a segment of The Twilight Zone, and that's where he becomes mates with Spielberg. Because Spielberg directed,
Good mates.
yeah,
Good mate to have.
Good mate to have. How good would it be to be mates with Steven
Yeah, I
Spielberg?
know. Yeah. Well, it's like being mates with Morgs.
Similar.
That's it.
Similar. No, 87's Inner Space.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Martin Short,
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid.
89's The Burbs.
Oh, yes.
Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, yeah.
Those weird people that live next door
Next
that were
door.
the killers.
Yep. 98's Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers was the cartoony
Yeah,
sort of thing.
the toys.
The toy one,
Toys.
yes.
That's actually pretty good.
Yep.
And then 2009's The Hole, which is a bit of a
I
teen
don't know.
horror, which isn't bad actually. Not bad.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Sneaky career.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's and I think he does a pretty good job here. It's chaos.
It is.
The movie's
Pandemonium.
100% chaotic.
Yep.
And I think practical, no name cast. It all comes down to, I guess, his vision, and Spielberg had a lot to do with this as well.
Mm.
He really put his 2 cents in. It's one of the first scripts that Amblin acquired and he produced, Spielberg.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Yep.
Joe Dante. There you go.
He's good.
Zach Galligan
Mm.
as Billy.
Yeah.
It's his first feature.
Not too many after that.
No, he's not. He's a no one. You know what he is though? He did one episode of Melrose Place in '92.
Jeez.
How good.
Yeah, one episode. And he also did Gremlins 2 in 1990.
Oh, then that was actually kind of funny.
Mhm.
Kind of funny. I did like that.
Not much else. Now,
Yeah.
the reason he got the role is because when he auditioned with Phoebe Cates, there was he put his head on her shoulder in between scenes, and Steven Spielberg saw that and goes, he's our guy. He's already in love with her.
Well, geez, he could have. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah, for sure.
And it's understandable.
Yeah, I know. It's not like,
Yeah.
not like
So
a real stretch.
Now, I tell you, he's a bad pet owner. Old Billy.
Taking the dog to work,
Takes the dog to work,
leave it in that little,
experimenting on his new pet.
With what?
Well, he goes and he does the dropper
Does
on
the
it.
drop, yeah.
Yeah.
But he'd already sort of made.
Like,
accidentally.
It's just not a
Feldman
very-
accidentally.
yeah, not a very good pet owner at all. He's all right though. I don't mind him in this. I think he's all
No,
right.
he likes his dog. Yeah,
I think he's all right.
yeah. He does. He's pretty good.
He's all right. First go.
Yeah.
So a couple people that auditioned and were thought of for the role. Morgs, you'll like this. Rob Lowe.
Okay.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Judd Nelson.
I cannot see that.
John Bender. Yeah.
Emilio Estevez.
Oh,
Yeah, I can see that.
So the whole Brat Pack.
yeah.
Kevin Dickerson Bacon.
Bacon sandwich.
This is
Yeah, I
not.
can
This is
see that.
not-
I can see that.
Yeah. I agree. This is around Flashdance.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Early 80s.
What's the one he's in? He's not in Flashdance.
Oh,
He's-
Footloose.
Yeah,
Footloose. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
It's around Footloose. And there's one other which it sort of escapes my mind, but I'm sure it'll come back. So it was offered to Tom Hanks.
Okay, yeah.
Now-
I can see that too.
They could be twins.
They could be.
They could
Holy
be twins.
shit, they are.
So then they thought, no, Spielberg goes, I want unknowns. So they moved, and Tom Hanks was sort of known. He's not far away from doing one of the great comedies of the 80s, Bachelor Party. And he's played a alcoholic on Family Ties.
Yep,
Right.
that's right. The cousin or whatever.
But so then they thought maybe we could give him Judge Reinhold's role to Tom
Okay.
Cruise.
Yep.
But then they were like, they look too similar. So no,
yes.
Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks, you're out.
Yep.
Hanks, you're out.
Yep. It would look stupid actually. They look the same.
Yeah. And if we're being honest, that's essentially the cast.
Yeah.
Right. But we've got Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah. One of the great performers of the 2024s.
How incredible is he now?
He is Michael Jackson incarnate.
Dan, you've obviously seen a little bit of Feldman in 2024.
Mate, he's touring with Limp Bizkit. He's opening for Limp Bizkit.
He was, yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the best.
But
And in
have you-
every gig, Fred Durst comes up and goes, so you wondered why I wanted Corey Feldman on the bill, and then he makes him do like an absolute
His guitar
shredding
solo.
solo on his guitar, and he owns it. He just gets on there, and
It's a horrible solo though. I know he's tapping away
he's
on the
competent,
strings,
but it's not. There's no melody.
It's
about
a
it.
horrible
no.
sound. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
this is
yeah.
rubbish.
So his song that he comes on the stage with is called Comeback Kid,
Oh,
Corey
okay.
Feldman.
Yeah.
And he dances. He thinks he's MJ.
Every stereotypical move that you could possibly imagine, he's doing.
It's so fucking bad.
But he must have fans. He
And
must.
he must have had some talent because he was in so many good films around that time.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
He's not, it's
100%.
not like he's a good-looking rooster. He's just sort of the boy
No.
next door. Look, it's
Yeah.
very intriguing as to how he got all those parts.
Well, so Spielberg.
Is this post Goonies?
No, this is pre Goonies is
Pre-Goonies.
85. So
Oh,
what happens
oh.
is that Spielberg likes him so much in this
Yeah.
that he goes, I'm going to put you in my next movie, which is Goonies.
Yeah, right.
And then he's off to the races.
Off. Yeah, Stand By
Yeah.
Me. Man.
Yeah. Oh, Stand By Me. What a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hoyt Axton is Randall Peltzer.
That is a
the dad.
name.
Hoyt.
Great
Axton.
name.
I
Both-
read that name like, who the hell is Hoyt Axton?
Good name.
Yeah. Good
name. He passed in 1999,
Oh, okay.
which is a shame.
Well, he's a big unit.
A big unit.
He looks about 140 kilos.
Yeah, and I reckon he would have churned through the durries,
Yeah.
and he would have loved a scotch.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like him as the dad.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he's working hard for
He's
his
working
family.
Chrissy Eve. He's out
Working
there.
hard for his
He's at the invention convention.
He is. I got something that I noticed at the convention, which I absolutely pissed my pants,
Oh, really?
which we'll get to.
I might have zoned out a bit.
Mate, it's so funny. There's two things. But I tell you what, he's glass half full, Dad.
Yes, he's very, very
Oh.
optimistic.
Him and his fucking bathroom caddy.
The bathroom buddy.
Oh my God.
You need it. Just say, you go on your way to work. You feel you haven't had a shave.
Yeah.
What do?
You go to work not shaved. That's what you do.
That thing.
It's so
The
bad.
bathroom
You know
buddy.
that the production team made all of the inventions
Yeah. Well, but
because there's the kitchen caddy and there's the bathroom
the
buddy.
the bathroom buddy is basically a Swiss Army knife
Yeah. Well,
for tooth.
it's not fitting in your pocket.
No, it's not fitting. Yeah. You need a
You
bag.
know what's funny about the bathroom buddy is that you just have a like a
A
toiletry
normal
bag.
toiletry bag.
Just have a
Same
toiletry
size.
bag with the thing. It's
Same
the same
size.
size.
It's just not the all-in-one. Imagine trying to hold that box thing and clean your teeth,
Oh, pathetic.
Swiss Army knife style.
And of course, the man that got to see the Snorbs in the flesh.
That's right,
Judge Reinhold.
Reinhold. Yes,
Now he's a big born to watch favourite here. Billy
Rosewood,
Rosewood from
Roseweed.
Roseweed. It's
Yeah.
Rosewood, sir. From Beverly Hills Cop.
Is Inspector Todd? What is it? Is he here?
I don't know. Is he here? Oh, you're tossing up the
No,
softball.
he's not. Inspector
Is that
Todd.
fucking Foley in here?
You can tell Morgs. Morgs is out. He's clocked out for the year.
No, do you know what I was doing? I was actually looking at Zach Galligan's Instagram, and I was trying to work out how to get it into the discussion because fans, F-wits, go and check it out. It's just him taking selfies of himself, looking himself out. It's pretty confronting.
Wow. Okay.
So I was
And
having
how
a
old is
little
he? He'd be
moment.
like 60 or something.
He's
Oh, he's
61. Yeah,
61.
but he's still, you can see he's still got that youthful look, a bit Rob Lowy, but there's a lot of just smolder selfies at the looking straight down the barrel of his iPhone. It's very entertaining.
So Dan, there's also just one more notable because we're huge Breaking Bad fans here on the podcast.
Oh yes, we are. Jonathan Banks.
There we go.
Which one was
Yeah.
he?
He's the dickhead cop.
Yeah,
the younger cop.
The younger cop. Yeah, he's been in a heap of shows as a
Beverly Hills Cop. He was the main villain.
He
So
was. Yes,
yeah, he was
where you would have
henchman.
seen him.
Yeah, yep.
He shoots.
But excellent in both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Exceptional.
Great.
He's got a real head for a bad guy. I
Punchable
reckon.
head.
Yeah.
He's got a punchable head.
Yeah.
Box office, $163.7 million. Gremlins did. Number 4 for the year on a budget of $11 million.
Wow.
Good return.
That's they've killed it.
Good return. Opening weekend of 12.5 million. So it's covered its production in the opening weekend. 16.9 weeks in the movies.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's
3 months and 5 weeks. Like just
there you go.
At the same time.
Yeah.
But that's right. But it was on the movies. Then you wait a year for it to come on VHS or Beta. Don't you?
Yeah.
It was about a year after.
It used to be a year.
So that's why it was the movies got such a good long run.
For sure. There was no other option.
No.
There were in nearly 1,600 theaters. Look, no Oscar noms.
Oh, well, that's just unbelievable.
But
maybe visual effects that might. Maybe they didn't even have that Oscar back then.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did in '84. But it won Saturn Awards.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. Yeah. Okay.
Best horror film.
Well, okay.
Director for Joe Dante. Supporting actress for the mum.
She was pretty good.
She was good.
Her fight scene, I really enjoyed.
I thought that was great. Mum kicks ass. Music for Goldsmith.
Jerry, of course.
And special effects for the special effects guy, which I believe his name is Wayless. Wayless. Who did all practical. Everything you see is a puppet.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's incredible.
Yeah.
There's no CGI.
No.
Obviously, the top. Look, Dan, I have to mention this. The Oscar winners for 1984, which is the 85 Oscars.
Is it like Out of Africa?
No, it's worse.
No, okay, yeah.
Around that time, though.
Amadeus won for best picture.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yep.
I don't mind Amadeus. I'm in there. I feature heavily in Amadeus.
So
right.
hang on a minute. We're going to get to that. Milos Forman won for director for Amadeus. Milos. Remember him playing tennis?
Yeah.
In Jerry Seinfeld? In Seinfeld?
Was it Seinfeld?
He's the
Yeah.
world's worst tennis coach. And he goes, I bought a tennis racket. You can't even play tennis.
That's right.
Yeah. Sally Field won Best Actress for Places in the Heart.
Oh, God.
And Daniel Mark Morgan won Best Actor.
Wow.
In Amadeus. F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray Abraham.
Hang on. What is your middle name?
Mark.
It should be Murray.
Yeah, so there we go. Big year for Morgs.
Bloody oath.
Now, the top 5 for the year. Listen to this top 5. Beverly Hills Cop, Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom,
Wow.
Gremlins, and Karate Kid. It's a good top 5.
Yep.
Could be the best year ever.
No, it's not.
Haven't said that for a while.
Yeah.
Now, that leads us into 1984 hit, sleeper, dud, and Damo, you have the hit for the year.
Because we've done a few in 84 too.
84's popped up quite
Yeah,
a
I think
times, yeah.
I was going through. I thought, we've done that. So I'm going to rehash one that we have actually done, which was The Terminator. I reckon that is the best movie for that year. It's my hit for that year.
It's way down in the box office.
It's way down, but to me, it's the best
incredible.
movie of that year.
That was a
good.
hard 5 for me in our.
It was
reviews,
a 5. I think it scored very, very well.
I can't remember what I gave it,
I can tell you.
but I just that score, that Brad Fidel score is
Oh,
just
mate.
so freaking
Dum, dum,
amazing.
dum, dum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Daniel, you have the sleeper.
Yeah, I had the same problem as Damo, but I did find a little bit of gold dust in there. So a favourite of mine, you guys mightn't have got into it back in the time, but the film was Hot Dog, the movie.
Oh yeah,
Which-
it's
Oh,
unreal.
yes.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But it also features probably a Schnorbs Report Hall of Fame in
does.
Shannon Tweed from
It
Playboy
does.
Oh, yes.
We've
Royalties.
mentioned that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, what a great flick. You could watch it today and really enjoy it. F-Wits, I would encourage you to do so. It made G and I want to become snow sports professionals back in the day and move to Canada, which we did, and
Right.
featured the infamous Chinese downhill race, which still
Mm.
features on ski hills today
Chinese
as an
downhill,
end of
that's
season
right.
bit of fun. But yeah, great fun flick, lots of schnorbs, worth a revisit.
Well done. I've got the dud.
Yep.
Now, last week we did a quiz.
We
Yes.
did.
Oh yeah. And
you
gotta-
you
And
were
Dan asked me all the questions essentially on my dud.
Yep.
16 candles. I can't remember seeing
Molly
it.
Ringwald.
I can't remember
Yeah.
seeing the movie. Molly Ringworm. And after last week's quiz, I hate it and it's a dud.
Yeah. Fair. I've never seen it, and it's a
Mate,
dud.
you
Yeah.
got done fair and square. They were all picked at random. It just happened to be. that
Oh,
you
yeah,
got them all.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, question time. Are any of the inventions worth further investigation?
Maybe the coffee maker. Maybe.
There was no
Because-
Demtel at the time, so we probably wouldn't have seen any really cool inventions that were consumer products. So maybe at the time they were fairly space
Possibly.
age, but yeah, they haven't aged well.
No, terrible.
Yeah, they were all terrible.
They were all terrible.
But
The
I
light
like
dimmer.
The ashtray one was interesting because it was like an ashtray with a lid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the smoke just sits in and there's
Yeah.
and
open
then you
the
have
lid.
to open the lid. It just captures it. So it's like a Ghostbuster trap, and then it's stuck in there.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not dissolving or going to
It
nothing.
doesn't go anywhere.
No, it's just all that in there. But no, I think the orange juice maker obviously is something which pretty handy. The
Yeah, but not
juicer.
his way.
No, his one was shit.
I'll tell you what, a lot of juice came out of that one orange.
A little bit of
Oh,
excess
yeah.
juice.
Yeah.
It was like it was like 15 oranges in there.
Yeah. Okay. How big an ass kicking is the kid getting for selling Gizmo behind the old man's back?
Oh,
I-
wow.
I was thinking that's my additional scene. Like when the old bloke comes, so where's the Mogwai?
Yeah, he needs to go Miyagi on him.
Sold it. Well,
Yeah, where's
but
the money?
Then again, actually, he had the business card, so he could have tracked it down pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
It still took him until they
couple of
went
days,
berserk.
yeah, I know, but yeah, he would have been filthy.
Mate,
Yeah.
$200 though. That was a lot of fun
Yeah,
in
yeah.
1984.
$2
You could have
grand.
got yourself a Malvern Star BMX with tufts for about 160.
Okay. So
Mm.
in my bad, I've got are you paying $200, which is now $605.62.
Yeah, wow.
For no, it is. I did it.
I know
did
that's
it.
wrong.
That's a US, so it's 1,200 Australian.
Yeah.
3,000
No,
Australian.
A $2,000 house in 1980 is now a $2 million house.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that the house market has gone
Yeah.
greater than
Something
the general inflation.
for animals.
Fuck me.
Well, no, not for dogs, mate. A French poodle's like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Mate,
Dogs are the worst investment
I
ever.
bought my dog 17 years ago.
Moodle.
Was $300, mate. They're $3,000 now. Those things.
Was Pancake a moodle?
Yeah.
That's a moodle.
Yeah.
Molly's a moodle.
Yeah.
It's got 4 legs though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yours is a special one.
Yeah. Okay. Are Mogwai programmed to local time? When's actual midnight?
Yeah, they must be very localized. They must be really localized.
It must just be where they are.
They must be able to read the time.
Mate, I tell you what, as soon as they
Oh,
turn, as soon as they turn to Gremlins,
yeah.
they're all
They're
Albert
engineers.
Einstein.
Yeah.
They're all Albert Einstein.
Yeah. No, they are. They definitely tuned in for the time. But you know, as a kid, you just went, yeah, it's just like it's midnight. Yeah, don't feed them. You don't think any deeper into it.
And the other thing is that when he does accidentally feed them the chicken,
Yeah.
it's 2:30 a.m. because
Yeah.
it goes back to the school.
He should have known.
And I'm like, you don't. You're
You'd be
telling me
tired.
you don't realise it's 2:30
You can tell.
a.m.
But holy shit, he opened the fridge and there was a plate of dead set 22 chicken drumsticks,
Yeah.
uncovered,
Yeah,
just sitting there, in the fridge.
yeah. There's a lot of questions. A lot of questions. They should have all got botulism.
Well,
The Gremlins.
I mean, there was a lot of chicken drumsticks just to have sitting in your fridge.
Remember when we went to Mamma Mia at Star City Morgues? Many
vaguely.
years ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I got chicken bites from the sports bar.
right.
And I got botulism. I got food poisoning. I was sick.
Jesus.
I was sick for 10 days. I've
Oh
never
my
been sicker.
God.
Oh, gross.
I've never been sicker.
Shit.
Anyway, moving on. God, come on, iPad, motherfucker. Okay, if you work in a bank, are you taking your dog to work?
It's unique. It was pretty unique.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I think nowadays,
Dow used to work in a bank. We need to ask him.
yeah, I don't think anyone had their pet with them at work, but I have seen, and I've mentioned, I speak to some dog food people now in their offices. They're allowed to have their pets in there, but it's because they're in that industry.
No,
Yeah, I've been there. I've been in the offices, and there's mutts running around.
I would be ropeable.
They're obviously well trained ones, though. Or obedient.
I got a plane in the US, just a domestic flight once, and a lady sat down next to me with a dog, and it was like a medium-sized sort of collie dog as well, not a little lap dog, and it just sat underneath the seat in front of her in the footwell and just sat there the whole time. But it was completely allowed on
What
the
was
flight.
it for, though?
Oh, no companion, no nothing. It was just you could take your dogs on this particular flight.
You could just take. All right, okay.
Yeah, crazy,
Jeez.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
very
then Gal
crazy.
rooted a 10.
Okay, so Gerald, Judge Reinhold,
Yeah.
he's
Small
going to be a
part.
millionaire. Huh?
Small part.
Very small part. I reckon there's stuff cut out. We don't see him die.
It was third build. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
very
was it?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
he's
not
going.
even mates.
He's apparently going to be a millionaire by 30,
30, yeah.
working in a local bank in a 2-horse town. Is it possible?
Well,
$1 million
who knows?
was a lot of money in 1984. It
Yeah.
seems
He might have been doing
implausible.
some Wolf of Wall Street stuff or something with the money. I don't know.
Yeah, dwarf tossing.
Well, just investing.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So Gizmo is one of the cutest. I think we can all agree that Gizmo is seriously cute little pet.
And you see that like Baby Yoda's been molded off him too.
For sure.
The cute factor.
Yeah.
What can we do to get a little cute thing? Big ears, big eyes,
Yeah.
little smile.
Well, the Furby
Oh, yeah.
has been modelled on Gizmo,
Yeah.
which is the most ridiculous toy in the history of toys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're worth a
Stick
fortune.
a little
Those
hat on him.
Furbies, though. If you had a good condition Furby, it's worth a fortune.
Yeah, we've had a couple Furbies in our time in this
Yeah.
household.
Oh, okay.
They're not in good condition anymore.
No.
So we agree that Gizmo is super cute. Why is the new batch of Mogwai essentially a homicidal street gang?
They are a little bit, yeah, but
Straight off the bat,
they're dickheads.
they're dickheads.
Maybe. Well, they've only been in the world for like
4 minutes. And already Stripe is like Hitler.
attitude. Maybe you got to get to them instantly. Tell them the rules. Like how to behave, because they were neglected for the first 15 minutes.
Of their life. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Megan's coming down.
Yeah, I know. They were. I don't know.
It's very weird. It's very weird. Okay, then. Which is the best Gremlin death? Is there any of them that stuck out?
Oh,
Dan?
the food processor in the kitchen by far.
Oh yeah,
That's excellent.
and the microwave.
I like the microwave.
Mm.
But I also like the look when the mum is stabbing the one to death.
That was like psycho.
Yeah, she
Who
became.
doesn't care? Yeah.
It's like 10 stabs.
Yeah, I know. It was a frenzy.
It was a frenzy.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. All right. Good. Born to watch only fans.
Oh, lick outs. Last of the
Now.
year lick outs.
This is last of the year lick outs. Now last week we obviously with Spotify Wrapped came out and we have got now the class 31ers. who are the 31 people that have Born to Watch as their number one podcast on the planet. And Matty Beer Geek reached out and said, we're number one in his world.
Wow.
Now, we've also had another one reach out. Ollie Matlock. G'day, F-Wits. Glad to say I'm one of 31 on my Wrapped this year. Used to love the rewatchables by The Ringer, but it just sounds like Seppo shite now you guys are around.
Nice.
Keep up the good work. Me and my brother regularly piss ourselves listening to the pod. Enjoy some of the highlights below. So then he went on to send through 4 clips of Dan.
Oh, I like this guy.
4 clips of Dan waxing lyrical. The highlight of the clips being Dan, I believe it is in the Rock episode, talking about how Gow, although he was a 10-rooter, is a very careful lover. He's not very experimental. There was a lack of mouth to minge.
He's a meat potatoes guy. He doesn't stray from the missionary. You know, he likes to. Yes, good call, Ollie. Nice.
It's absolutely unbelievably. It's such a highlight.
4 clips, all of them Morgs, and I responded to the clips with, I'm concerned they're all clips of Dan.
Yeah.
And I go, awesome to hear we're number one in your world. Thanks for being the F-wit that you and your brother are.
Yeah,
good work, boys. Good work.
So he said, and he came back and said, you're all brilliant, but yes, Dan is very clippable.
Well, you've heard it here first. That's it.
Clippable Dan.
Yep.
Ollie sounds like me. He prefers the shit talk to the movie talk. So I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up for you and your brother, mate. Well done.
Yeah, there we go. So there we go.
Well, all I can say is don't encourage him, Ollie. Like, seriously.
The
You're
good,
an enabler.
the bad, and the ugly. And I've got to say, we are very pleased to announce Gage Roads are coming on board again for 2025.
Absolute legends. Yep. Confirmed this week that Gage Roads love what we're doing. Love that when we get on the piss, we choose their piss. And it's going to be all on for 2025 of us enjoying their piss. So thank you to all of the Gage Roads crew. I've got to say too, there is a new brewery up at Yamundi up near me, which we'll have to go and check out when you're up here, Matthew and Damo, Timmy, if you come up. It is fantastic. It's in Yamundi, and it's a great place to have on the premise brewed piss, usually in a jug with a chicken burger and a great, just while away a few hours in the afternoon in Yamundi. So awesome. Thank you, Gage Roads.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Well done. The good, we'll start with Dan. You might as well keep going, mate. You're on a roll.
Mate, I would have to say the use of practical effects in this film was so refreshing and so awesome and so imaginative. And all of the Gremlins, the Mogwai, everything that was done, there was no green screen. There was no absolute bullshit Marvel yawnathon. Everything they did, they had to use ingenuity, and I just thought it was brilliant. So well done. And then also what I found really entertaining, and I had to look it up after the fact, but did you think the town set looked familiar?
Yes. I had Back to the Future vibes.
Yeah. So I got Back to the Future vibes, and it was in fact Hill Valley, the same set that they used. And
I saw,
Well, you know, at the end of the street's the cinema.
I was looking for the tire marks on the ground. Yeah.
Brilliant. So that was exciting. Little bit of how the sausage is made in our movie making world, but excellent all the same.
Yeah, well done, Sir Dimmy.
Yeah, well, we mentioned before when the scene when Mum went on the rampage.
Yeah, awesome.
She kicked some serious butt.
She's great.
She was the best.
Agreed.
You know,
mate. The thing that I didn't understand, they're 2 foot tall. Everyone should be kicking their ass.
Oh, pretty strong though, because he can run through like steel grates and things.
Yeah, get that. Kick their ass. They're 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
A good big man always beats a good small man.
And there was a size difference there. A lot of size. Yeah. The pub scene for about a minute, the first minute.
It was good.
I love she's serving drinks and they're smoking.
Dory's Tavern.
Lots of durries and they were on the piss and they're, going crazy. But it just went for about 10 minutes. But that first minute, I really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it just, and then it just sort of kept going a bit.
So on that, and I'm just going to throw, as we go through, when something is worthy of listening to this, I'm going to throw it in now. Dory's Tavern, when she screams the first time.
Yeah.
That's a real scream. There was a cockroach which came out and scared the shit out of her. Now, for Dory's Tavern, all the beer, all the food, everything, that's all real beer and real food. They didn't pack it down. So it just, they kept filming. So it was like, so they come up the next day and it still have shit from the day before.
Oh my God.
So it became this cesspool.
It's an OH&S.
It was a cesspool.
Clean this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Obviously, the variety of Gremlins, yes. And they really did have all those different
types. How good was the cross-dresser?
That was strange. Yeah, it was awesome.
Or was it a girl gremlin?
I asked myself the same question. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I think they're all men, the gremlins.
Because in Gremlins 2, they have a female one.
Yeah.
With the big lips and everything.
It's Smurfette.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But there was the Flasher.
The Flasher was great.
The Flasher, he didn't have much, but he flashed her, so he must have been a bloke.
Yeah. I think the gremlins are all men. Yeah. I think that was a definite he's a he him.
Yeah.
But he's a she her.
He's put the lippy on.
Yeah. He's having a crack.
Yeah. And I got obviously where Fatal Attraction got their final bath scene ending from. It was old Stripe in the pond.
Oh yeah.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
We think he's dead. He's down there. And then finally comes out of the bloody bath again.
It was good.
Yeah, exactly the way Alex Forrest came out of the bath.
Okay, so when he's melting.
Yeah.
So the guy...
And he did a Terminator then, didn't he?
He did.
Like into the skeleton.
He did. But again, I'm gonna tack on to that. So the guy, I think his name was Chris Wayless. I'll look it up. The guy who was the special effects guy. He actually did the melting Nazi in Raiders Lost Ark.
Oh, right.
So the melting gremlin
similar,
is very similar.
Same melt.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the melty.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Steven Spielberg presents. Gotta love that.
Yeah,
you know you're in for something which is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. And I've already mentioned that the like Billy's look when his mum asked him to do the eggs.
Look at the egg thinking, do I have to bloody do this?
Can't I just crack them?
Yeah.
Now, did anyone notice a bit of a Close Encounters nod with the music when he's playing the boop, boop,
100%,
and the Mogwai Gizmo comes back?
Yes, and that's how they communicate.
They communicate through.
Exactly what I was thinking.
There we go.
Yep.
Did anyone see the Road Warrior poster?
No.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And rolled up in the corner was a Twilight Zone poster, the movie. And obviously Joe Dante was the director of the Twilight Zone.
Was that in one of the bedrooms or something?
It's in Billy's bedroom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got here the wife, mum, is extremely patient. Puts up with just a rogue husband.
Yep.
But she kicks ass.
She does.
Absolutely kicks ass. I love it that Futterman just gets ailed and drives his plough.
Yeah.
Just I'm going to drive it to the pub and drive it home.
No, drive the tractor.
Yeah, just drive the tractor.
Kentucky.
Yeah, he's calling it a plough. Just looks like a fucking tractor
it's
to me,
tractor,
mate.
Yeah.
So
okay. He died, didn't he? Like
he died.
Yeah,
he died.
But it's kind of like
there's an unfortunate accident. They drive the plough over them, him and his wife.
Yeah.
So okay, the convention.
Yep.
Dad's at the convention.
Yep.
He's on the phone the first time.
Yep.
In the background is a guy in the time machine from the movie The Time Machine.
Okay.
And they're playing with it.
The Orson Welles movie.
The Orson Welles movie,
yeah.
right? And so then
from the Rod Taylor.
From the Rod Taylor.
Right.
He's sitting in the time machine
that's
playing
a
with
good
it.
movie.
Cuts back to the dad on the phone.
Yeah.
Then it cuts back.
No way.
And the time machine is gone and it's got burn marks and there's smoke and a guy's looking where the time machine was.
Oh my God.
Fucking amazing.
I did not notice that. That would have changed so much for me.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Who was but there wasn't
it's just
anyone
random.
in the
there were guys in the time machine like playing with it.
God.
And then it cuts back and it's gone. There's like a smoking on the carpet and the guy's like looking where it was.
I can't believe I didn't pick that up. That is brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Loved it. The size of the Snickers that the teacher feeds the gremlin. It's like old days when chocolates were the
Oh
right
yeah,
size.
yeah. Like
Because now
a 500-gram bar.
they're minuscule.
Yeah,
They're minuscule.
shrinkflation.
That's it. Okay, so a little bit of listen to this mixed in with good. So the way the gremlins died and were tortured were all decided by the cast and the crew because the gremlins or Gizmo would regularly break down and it would take 5 to 8 hours for them to be repaired. And so they started to fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Everyone hated Gizmo because Gizmo broke down and they go, fuck, I wish we could throw darts at Gizmo.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Gizmo gets, so that's what it
Yeah.
is. So Gizmo gets put up on a dartboard. They throw the darts in. Wouldn't it be good to melt him in a fucking microwave? And so then so it was like all from the cast. And
out of spite.
they were spiteful, the cast. So every way they die is way that someone's gone, wouldn't it be great to stab one to death?
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple stabbing.
Yeah.
Like a stabbing
So
frenzy.
really, really cool.
Wow.
I love the Christmas tree when the mum fights with the Christmas tree and you just see the red eyes.
Yeah.
Thought that was really, and that would have scared the shit out of kids.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, I don't know whether you noticed this, but I think you're related to Stripe.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he's the leader.
No, because Stripe blew his nose on the curtains.
He did. That was his farewell thing. Is that a Morgs thing? Is it?
Yeah. we were watching the Mike Tyson Holyfield fight
Oh my God! About 95 or something
earlier.
before.
Probably
Yeah.
earlier. And I know when the Morgs had a few beers and had an outer body experience, but we were at a mate's house.
Yeah.
And he wiped his nose on the curtains.
Wow.
And he got caught by almost everyone doing it.
Was it a blow or just a wipe?
Well, I'm going to be nice and go it was a wipe, but I think it would have been a bit of a blow.
A full honk?
I think he would have
And there
given.
would be some shit up that hooter.
Oh, well, this is it. Stuff from 76.
Oh,
So
wow.
anyway, Stripe Morgan.
Same. Yeah.
And we've mentioned Dory's Tavern, but they're playing the Star Wars arcade machine.
Oh,
Yes.
were
They're in
they?
the
Yeah.
the-
Oh, okay. In the trench run.
in the trench run. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. Good. Bad. We'll start with you, Sir Dimmy.
Bad. Yeah. Well, I mentioned the pub scene. I think it went for a bit too long
Yeah.
in the end. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. It felt like there was bits where I was going like, I feel like I'm watching the Muppet Show.
But again, it's an hour 46. This is a 90-minute movie.
And that's the thing where there was bits I was like, too much Muppets now.
Yeah,
Too much. I'm over the Muppets.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a 90-minute. It's an excellent 90-minute movie.
yeah, but even that, I still felt, a little bit, too long. There was a lot of deaths in this town. How many people died?
Everyone dies, I think.
Because then the next day it's like, oh well, yeah, there was a bit of shit going on
Yeah,
in
man.
that
Mass-
town, and
Mass hysteria event.
Yeah,
not only as a cinema complex blew up, completely exploded,
Yeah.
and burnt to the ground, multiple deaths.
Yeah.
And it was like, next day, we're just back
Just
to
a,
normal.
just a,
It's
just
just something happened during
a
the night.
30-second news story.
Yeah, I was thinking like
Yeah.
it was a little bit under. This,
Underwhelming.
this would be the largest news story ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm thinking like Deagle's dead. She's flying up the stairs,
I got a lot to say.
and
about Diesel.
she's hit the deck like 30 meters in the air.
Yep.
So she's dead. There's death everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, but they didn't obviously. Well, none of them are all screen deaths though. Like you don't really see, snapping bones and blood.
Oh, no,
and
but
shit.
they're all
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Everyone you see attacked is dead.
Yeah. So that was pretty bad, and obviously his shit inventions, which he was inventing things that actually didn't need an invention.
Yeah. he
Another way
sucks.
to do it.
He's
He just had an alternate, slower way to do something.
Yeah, he's 6 out of 10 inventors who are just inventing stuff people don't need.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you have for bad?
You guys have touched on it. I thought the plot devices that the old Chinese said were the watch out rules for owning a Mogwai were a little weak. I thought bright lights, I can live with. Water, it's a bit more difficult, a bit more prevalent. It seems unusual that an animal wouldn't drink any water. But the midnight one was the one that pissed me off the most because it was just completely like midnight wear. Like that made no sense whatsoever. So I think it felt a bit lazy screenwriting, but who am I to tell Steven Spielberg and his cohort, Joe Dante and Chris Columbus, to do better.
Yeah.
Well, I'm me, and I'm saying do fucking better.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got a bit here.
Okay.
I've got a bit here.
This is bad.
Yeah. Okay. This is 100% not a kids movie. It's not. This was aimed at like your 8 to 12-year-old kids.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah,
PG.
maybe.
It's PG,
yeah,
right?
not little
Not
kids.
little kids, but this is
toddlers, no.
aimed at 8 to 12-year-old
Yeah.
kids. So it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Right.
One jump
There's-
scare got me. When Zach got scratched.
Oh, yeah.
in the science lab.
Yep. The fastest gremlin of ever
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
in front of him.
Yeah.
But there's talk of suicide. Right. They talk of suicide in the movie and the dad chimney story.
Oh, that is a horrible story, isn't it?
You don't want your kids hearing this shit.
That was a pretty heavy story.
Yeah.
Why she doesn't like Christmas.
I'm not paying $605.62 for a Mogwai today.
No.
I nearly vomited paying $1,000 for my dog.
Yeah.
It's just I don't see it. Now we all understand this is Hill Valley. In the first scene where Billy is running to the bank, in the background you can see the grassy hills of LA in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was cacking. So yeah, you can see the grassy hills behind the
Wow.
sound stages.
Yep.
Is Mrs. Deagle just the worst human on the
She's
planet?
a horrible human
She's
being.
a caricature at the
Yeah.
end. She's a caricature.
It-
And why is everyone scared of her?
She's like the landlord for so many properties or something.
Fuck her, duck.
I know. Yeah.
She's the shittest.
Yeah, she's just pushing in the line and just this.
And
real
when she
sense of
died,
entitlement.
when she started, I was pissing myself.
No
Fuck
one
you,
cared that
Deagle.
Deagle died.
No,
Yeah.
they go, was that Deagle?
Yeah.
The cops. We'll get to the cops as well. Now, I'm concerned that the dog. So here's another bit I'll throw in now. So the dog, Billy's dog, didn't really react. Like if there's going to be an animal and it's popped up, the dog's going to bark or do something.
Yeah.
But apparently, on set in real life, the dog was the best actor when it came to the Gremlins. It actually, so they used to call it the cutaway. The cutaway. So you cut away to the dog and see the dog's reaction because it literally thought they were real. But surely the dog barks. The dog never
Oh, for
barks
sure.
at them.
No.
Like Molly would have a fucking fit.
Oh, yeah. Most dogs would have a mental
Yeah.
case that there's a little rat thing with big ears looking at them.
Now, Morgs, you've mentioned the plot device of the bright lights. Doesn't seem to be bright lights, just seems to be any lights. Because they go turn it down, you've almost got to turn the lights off.
Yeah.
So bright lights is
even
any
TV,
lights.
yeah.
Right? Any lights. Billy just happens to have gizmo-sized gauze to wrap around his head. Gauze is this thick. It's not gizmo-sized gauze.
Yeah.
And he finds it. Oh, it's in my drawer. Just wrap his head up. And then the next day, he doesn't need it wrapped
Yeah,
up.
He's fine.
Good
yeah,
healers.
he's healed.
Good healers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, they go from like born to fully grown in
So,
20 seconds. I'm sure a cut on the head would heal in about 10
yeah,
seconds.
good point. Good point. Billy and Pete. So Pete is Feldman.
Yeah.
They've got very little regard for Gizmo when he's popping off. He's in extreme, excruciating pain. This is his new pet.
Just stand back
they,
and watch.
And they just let him go. They're not even concerned about him. And then the kid, Feldman, just goes, oh, fuck it, and goes back to reading the magazine. Right? And there's shit popping out of his back.
Yeah.
And they're not concerned at all. I think that the explosion of the cinema is not big enough.
No. Well, yeah.
It really isn't.
To make sure that they all died.
Yeah, it's just not big enough. The kiss between
Phoebe.
Kate and Billy is horrific. It's Roger Moore taught Billy how to kiss.
Right.
He's got the
Real
chocolate starfish
One
lips.
purses their lips.
Yeah, if you're kissing Phoebe Cates, you're taking advantage of that. You're slipping it in.
Well, this is the PG.
Doesn't
It was
matter.
just like just an old school.
Now, the old Asian guy, Miyagi.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Uncle Roger. You know, on he cooks the fried rice. Uncle Roger.
For you.
Yeah, for you. As soon as he goes, oh, for you. I go, it's Uncle Roger.
That was a bit like Jack Burton, when it first was walking through Chinatown,
Yes.
like Peltzer when he was getting
Yes.
led down.
Yeah.
I had this Big Trouble in Little China vibe.
Yeah.
like just in that opening.
You
sort of
leave Jack Burton alone. Okay, that's my bad. Does anyone have anything for ugly?
ugly.
I've got something we've mentioned already.
Nothing
Oh.
for me.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about water must be like Mogwai semen. And that's why they don't drink it. Because it gets them basically
Gets them wet.
fertilized.
Well,
Water is Mogwai semen.
look, one of the pieces of advice that I gave to my 18-year-old son is careful if you get them wet because you can reproduce.
Oh, that's a life lesson, isn't
Right?
it? Yes.
It's the Mogwai life lesson. If you
Oh,
get
what-
them wet,
do you reckon
they'll
that's-
reproduce.
Do you reckon that's what they meant?
Right, I'm telling you.
I think there may be that sort of
I think that's the
side to it,
connotation.
what they've
That's
come
the
up with. It's
connotation.
like, what are we going to do to make them, to multiply?
Remember,
Get
it's-
them wet.
So
Oh,
you remember
geez.
Barney the giraffe that used to come around in the life education vans at school?
Yeah.
That was what he said. He said, "You get them wet,
Yeah.
they can reproduce."
It was. That's sex education 101.
That's it.
Bloody hell.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, and the cops for ugly. I've got the cops.
Yeah, they suck.
So one, they don't believe Billy, straight up.
Even though he's got Gizmo there.
Yeah, they're on the piss. They got Gizmo. They still doesn't believe him. Then they just drive off when the guy's being attacked by the Gremlins. What are those green things on him? And Billy's
Oh,
just
yeah.
told him what's going on.
Yeah.
What are those green things
he
on him?
works down he just works down the road there
Yeah.
and he's getting killed
Yeah.
right in front of him.
And he's just like, yeah, let's just get out of here. I want some more fucking eggnog.
Yeah.
Eggnog's ugly too. Throw that in.
I don't think I've ever
I don't
tasted
want
it.
it. Milky
Good.
egg.
It's good. It's good.
I do
good.
like the
Yeah.
milky drinks, but I don't know
You-
egg
you
flavored
are a-
milk.
You are a milky drinker.
Massive
aren't you?
milk drinker.
Did you
Australia's
guys like
best.
egg flips?
What-
Egg flips when you were kids? Did you enjoy egg flips?
What are they?
It's a bit like that. Like it's similar to that, but it's just milk and egg and a bit of sugar, and yeah, it's good.
That sounds all right.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I do not want it. But you are the world's best.
Australia's greatest chocolate quick drinker.
There we go.
No,
one comes
milk
close to
by
me.
itself is good for our health,
Yeah.
but we'd rather you give it to someone else.
Yeah, about 45 years of chocolate quick every night. A nice sort of 6 to 7 teaspoons per drink.
Wow. How do you not have diabetes? How do you not look like me?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's the best. And I look forward to it every
I know
night.
Quick is incredible.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I just love its guts.
I thought you were going to say you stopped yourself from saying that. I love it.
Yeah.
Dan's Quick Fire. Take it
Yes.
away, sir.
Last quick fire of 2024 F-Wits. First up, the lookalike / Morgs alike. Anyone in Gremlins that you thought reminded someone of someone we know? Whitey, anyone jump out?
I've got two.
Go.
Obviously, Judge Reinhold, Dead Ringer.
Oh yeah, that's a known
That's a-
Morgs alike. Yeah.
That's a Morgs alike.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Stripe, because you blowing his nose on the curtains.
Okay, I'll accept both. Damo.
Well, I went for Zach Braff. Did remind me a bit of also David Norton from
Zach
Braff.
Galligan.
Zach Galligan. Zach Braff.
Zach Braff.
Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galligan
Fucking hell.
reminded me of David Norton from American Werewolf.
They look very
Yeah,
similar. And
yeah.
puffy jackets.
yeah.
Love a
curly-
puffy jacket.
Yeah.
Megan actually said as we were watching it, I get him and the guy from American Werewolf in London mixed up.
Yeah.
And I go, well, they've both done nothing.
David Norton was a singer, though, predominantly.
David Norton was in Hot Dog the movie.
David Norton. I
Is he
like
in that,
David
is
Norton.
he?
He was in Murder, She Wrote as well, David
Oh,
Norton.
my God. Well, he's a superstar. He's in Hot Dog
Must be.
with Shannon Tweed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll accept all three of those. Well done. Next up, 5-minute movie. What could one of the characters have done to make this a really fast movie?
Don't sell the
I-
Mogwai.
yeah, it could have. If the grandson wasn't such a shit reprobate, he wouldn't have gone
Yep.
behind Granddad's back and
Or-
sold the Mogwai.
Or old granddad went and bought a shitload of bathroom buddies and they didn't even talk about the Mogwai.
Both could have worked well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take a dozen. Yeah.
Well.
For you.
Excellent. What about next up? The golden ticket for a scene from the movie that may have passed into popular culture. Damo, anything that you think of when you think Gremlins?
There's heaps. The Three Rules is definitely Gizmo, Gremlins.
Yeah.
there is quite a few.
Yeah, I think
Goosebumps.
Gremlins itself, Whitey mentioned
Yeah.
the Furbies were hot on the heels of this. I think it definitely had a pop culture moment, but they're not as relevant to kids today. I don't think this is a revisit kids movie because of what Whitey suggested. It was a hard PG-13, really erring on. I think only R was the next option for them in the States at the time.
Oh,
which would have,
whoa.
but yeah,
Jeez.
would have.
What a
Well,
jump.
this okay. Another one to step in on. This Gremlins and Temple of Doom, which both came out this year,
Yeah,
were the movies that made the MPAA create the M rating.
yeah.
Ah, right.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, which I completely understand. Well done. Next up, pig face lickouts for the biggest douchebag character.
think there's a few
obviously.
here.
There's a heap here, I reckon.
Yeah, Whitey, what do you reckon?
Okay, so I've got Cops,
Yeah, definitely.
Deagle,
Yep.
or Gerald, Judge Reinhold.
Definitely.
He's a
Yeah,
massive dick.
they're all d-bags. Yeah, all three.
You know
all
who else
three,
is? The priest. So he puts his letters in the thing and the letters spit back out.
Yeah.
And then that bloke walks along and he goes, "Oh, you going to mail something?" And the priest doesn't give him a heads up.
Yeah.
And the guy went, yeah, I'm going to mail. And he sticks his hands in there and gets attacked by the gremlin.
Okay.
So I think that priest was a douchebag as well.
And
Yep, good-o. Definitely long in douchebaggery.
Give him water. It's all right, good.
Megan's
Yep,
just
go for
walking
it.
out the door.
Good. Next up, Robot Sentries for an extra scene you may have wanted to see for the Gremlins. Anything you didn't know about the town, about the setup, about the Gremlins themselves? I mean, a backstory on how the Mogwai came to the Chinese would have been interesting. But yeah, I didn't need any more minutes added to it. It would have had to cut something out of the back end.
I would have liked to have seen Gerald die.
Yes, true. There's something you're definitely right. He's been edited out there. That was very strange. It wasn't quite as bad as Roadhouse with with
Well, how do you know he died?
with Chief David being third build.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah. Did we just assume he died, or did they say that he's dead?
Oh, I'm assuming we never see him again.
No, we don't.
Assuming he's dead.
So he goes to the pub, asks her out.
She says
gets
no.
brushed, and that's he's never seen again.
No, he gets eaten by Gremlin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. Finally, Whitey's Brad Pitt for what you would like to do after the first Thursday night date between old mate and Phoebe Cates. I mean, I can't really see this going any other way. But Whitey, where would your Brad Pitt?
Look, it's obviously it's Phoebe Cates, but I tell you what, I don't mind the cut of the jib of the cross-dressing Gremlin.
That's a fair call. That's a fair call. Nicely.
Excellent.
Good lipstick.
Yeah.
Good work, gentlemen. That was 2024's final quickfire.
Well done. Listen to this, but first it's Snobs Report.
Snobs Report.
I love Snob Report.
Morgs is getting excited. Now this there's obviously only one in there. Yeah, Phoebe Cates. She got a big mention back in our bachelor party when I did my film school for F-Wits in bachelor party, all on 1980s movies with tits in it.
It's almost the birth of the Snobs Report.
I think it was, yeah, because it was based on Monique Gabriel in bachelor party with a fair set of cats. And I tell you what, I got to mention in that F-Wits was hot dog.
Yes,
so Morgs is one.
Shannon Tweed.
Yeah, Shannon Tweed. I think Shannon Tweed got like 7 or 8 tissues for her rating. Yeah. But so this one is on our favorite Jewish, Russian, quarter Chinese descendant, Phoebe Cates.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good mix.
Chinese
5 Spice.
Yeah. So I've gone real forensic again, real sort of front line, snobs reporting,
deep.
Really, get into it. Yeah. So I'm basically going to repeat what I had in film skill for F-Wits, though with a couple little bit more added on. So obviously, everyone knows Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and that is that's the full frontal.
That's the coming out
with Judge Reinhold. She's 18 when she did that movie. 18 now. If you look at her snorbs, an equilateral triangle. So with an equilateral triangle, all angles are exactly the same and everything. Her boobs, the top of her boobs and the underneath of her boobs are the same angle. So on the top, it's about 10, 15 degrees. Yeah. On the under, it's about 110, 15 degrees.
Right.
Meaning it's
Yeah.
just like,
it's a perfect snorb.
it's not, because normally you'll have 120 at top and then you'll have like 45, 50 underneath.
Right.
These are like your perfect equilateral triangle.
The math checks out. I just did the calculations. That does check
Yeah.
out.
You got to have a special abacus beads type sort of method for snobs reporting.
Abacus beads or
Yeah.
Benoit beads?
No, let's get the protractor out and you can go and do the maths yourself.
All right. I don't think she'd like that, but anyway.
But so and you get a good look at that in Fast Times at Ridgemont Time. However, there's the movie before that, Paradise. So it came out in 1982. Filmed all her nude scenes when she was 17.
Wow.
This is a rip-off of Blue Lagoon. So they've even to the point where they've got the Christopher Atkins lookalike, which is Willie Ames.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No
Bobby
way.
Bradford. Yeah. So he looks exactly like Atkins with
He
the
does.
same frizzy blonde hair. So anyway, they're stranded. Yeah, it's like she's Brooke Shields, he's Christopher Atkins, and there is so much treble side action. So bush, boobs, butt, heaps of it.
17.
Yeah, 17. Filmed all her
Crazy.
nude scenes, and they're all filmed quite of a distance away. But you can see side nipple, side boob, side bush, side butt. That's what I'm going. You got the triple sides, treble.
One more side.
Oh yeah.
Side dick. Is there any dick? Side dick?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it's not side. It's basically, you know, the cover
It's from the
of,
back.
No, the
It's
cover
the,
of
it's the Michael Douglas back
there's,
sack.
there's a whole heap of underwater shots, right? It's
Oh,
completely full nude of her and him underwater. So it's got that sort of obviously watery sort of
like Bruce Willis in
it's-
Color of Night?
exactly.
Yeah.
So you know the cover of Nirvana's album with the little baby
Oh,
swimming
yeah.
over your head.
Yeah.
Tommy Bradford does that exact thing, same thing. Swims over your head, dick hanging down. I'm surprised it didn't hit the camera. The tip just sort of nicked it. And then she swims straight over the top as well. So full.
Wow.
So, and then there's other scenes where it's shot from a distance with the sun, like looking into the sun. So it's a real silhouette sort of look.
Yeah.
But she is nude in this movie heaps, either from a distance, but like full on. And she said she was 17. So she did that 17, 18, 1982. The next movie she did was Private Schoolgirls, where she's obviously realized I don't need to get nude anymore.
Yeah.
So I think her butt's in it. That's about it. And that's it. Then from then on, it's
Is the
all
rest of her in it though? It's not just her butt.
just pretty much her butt.
The rest of her?
Yeah, the rest of us in
Right,
it, but
okay,
the only exposed bit is the butt.
Ah, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
right, yes.
So from then on, so that was it. She just obviously got a gear out. So back in when we did the film school for F-Wits, when I was doing my tissue rankings, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, it got 10 tissues out of 10.
Yeah.
So it is a very, very amazing
Well,
scene.
that would have to be because of the equilateral.
Equilateral
Snorb.
triangle, snorb, yeah.
Yeah.
Equilateral, yeah. So anyway, there you go, Morgs. Paradise is your homework.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm already looking it up.
Massive Phoebe Cates fan. So I
Yeah.
will be checking that out. Thank you.
So I think this, like just for it's like I get a lot of pleasure doing the Snobs Report because I go all around the
I
world.
know you do.
But it also has some real bad bits when I had to do the Kathy Bates one. But to do the Sophie Marceau, the Jennifer Connelly, and now the Phoebe Cates reporting,
Oh,
What a triple.
tough
you know,
gig,
all
tough
Hall of
gig.
Famers, potential Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And so when we get to the Snobs Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
well, they're definitely all going to be in the running.
Snores report.
Cockburn out.
Well done. You didn't say Cockburn in this time.
Oh, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. It's Cockburn in. Yeah, okay.
I thought I love Cockburn out. It's almost my favourite two words in the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Powerful.
outstanding.
I
It's a
don't
powerful-
speak,
it's a
but I
powerful
don't
s-
speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way it is by Brian Henderson. It's the same thing.
Oh, for sure.
It's my signature.
It's what is
San Diego.
what did Darren Inch say?
Oh, what did?
What did he say at the end of his show, Darren Inch?
That's a very
I
good question.
fucking forget.
Yeah.
Please tell us on the
Hinch
on the
report,
line.
Yeah, he might
Please
have
tell
said
us on the line.
pinch out. Oh,
Yeah.
who knows what he would have done?
No, it was something really bad.
Mm.
Okay, listen to this. Anyone got anything? Damo, we'll start with you.
No, nothing.
Okay, Daniel, you?
Oh, just that there's been a rumored third sequel. So there was a sequel in 1990, Gremlins 2, The Next Batch. But Chris Columbus is he's on board with a third sequel. But I think that for us, unfortunately, it would involve CGI. And I think that would undoubtedly lose its charm. There were up to 25 puppeteers on set during the filming
It
of
was
this
the
thing,
Muppet Show then.
just giving them that sense of anarchy that the Gremlins have. And for me, I really can't stand the thought of this being recreated on some bore's computer screen, rather than the effort that went into making the practical effects so awesome. So I'm going to say boo, no thank you to a CGI-induced Gremlins 3.
Yep, fair enough.
A good one. Originally, Stripe and Gizmo were the same character. So Gizmo was going to turn into Stripe.
Oh, wow.
Steven
as a gremlin
as a
or as a
gremlin.
Mogwai?
No, he was going to be a Mogwai as Gizmo, and then turn into Stripe the Gremlin.
Oh, yeah, that would have been, yeah.
So this changed. Steven Spielberg was like, nah, this Gizmo is going places.
Yeah.
And we're going to make him like the co-lead with Billy.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
And so they created then Stripe as a separate thing.
Baddie.
So in Cantonese, Mogwai means devil, demon, or gremlin.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Fuyo!
Fuyo! Uncle Roger. Awesome.
Now we mentioned, I don't know if we've already mentioned this, but one of the notes that Joe Dante and Steven Spielberg got from the studio was less gremlins.
Yeah.
And Steven Spielberg said, why don't we just cut all the gremlins out and call the movie People?
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
So by this
That's
time,
brilliant.
by 84, Spielberg's made Jaws, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark. He's got Temple of Doom coming out.
Yeah.
He's got Poltergeist, which he's involved in. The studio can go and get fucked. Steven Spielberg is going to do what he wants.
That's why he's named.
Yeah, exactly right. So originally, they thought, let's just have monkeys play the gremlins and we'll just dress up monkeys.
Planet of the Apes.
They wanted spider monkeys to be dressed up. So they tried it.
That would have been impossible to film.
But the monkey flipped out when he had to wear the gremlin head. So they went, okay, no, we're going to have to make puppets.
So they were going to put gremlin heads on monkeys, not just have. Oh my!
No,
God.
they weren't going to be monkey. They're going to be dressed up as gremlins. Yeah, yep. So it said Zach Galligan in an interview said that obviously there was no CGI, so all the gremlins were animatronics and puppets.
Yep.
Costing between $30,000 to $40,000 at the time, which is
like
around each. Right. So when everyone left for the day, there were security guards that would go through everyone's bags and everything to check they weren't removing any of the puppets.
I wonder where they are now. You'd love to have one. This is the Stripe, and this is old bloody the Flasher, and this is the Flash Dancer with the leg warmers on.
Absolutely. So,
actually, out of all the Gremlins, which one would have you been?
I would have been the Flash Dancer.
You would have
I would have been the Flasher.
The Flasher.
Definitely.
What about you, Morgs? You'd been one of the. What's he doing?
He's already
what the
striped.
Hell's he doing? He's having 3 durries.
He's taking a shit. Morg's going for a shit.
3 durries.
Morg's going to take a shit.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going.
Yep.
The original Christopher Columbus or Chris Columbus script went through a few drafts. The original version had the Gremlins killing the dog, the family dog.
Ooh.
And
but they did try.
They did try to kill it.
This is as Gremlins or as Mogwais?
No, as Gremlins.
Because they tied him up
they
as a Mogwai.
They did tie him up as Mogwai, but they killed the family dog. Now, the dog goes missing for a long part of the film. So there's a theory that maybe there was a part of the movie where the dog does get killed because it goes missing and apparently goes away with the dad.
He does.
And you don't see it until the end again.
In the car, the dog's in the
car.
car.
So the middle third of the movie, there's no dog. But another bit is that the Gremlins cut the mum's head off and threw it down the stairs.
Well, that would have been absolutely over the top.
Yeah.
They couldn't. They would
have been pretty good.
Would have been pretty. Well, there's PG rating is completely gone then.
Exactly. So I've already mentioned about this in Temple of Doom. So during one of the night shoots, there were so many problems with the puppets and the animatronics that the cast effectively fell asleep, and it was that session or that night that the studio turned up to see how the movie was going, and all the cast and crew were asleep, waiting for the puppets to be fixed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And they go, how's things going?
Yeah, everyone's
Sorry to wait you guys, you
Yeah.
know, we're hope you're there making that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it.
That's it.
Oh, we've covered a lot of listen to this as the show's gone on.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, I've been good today. I've had
Yeah.
a lot of information.
You have.
Yeah.
A lot of research. A lot of research. Yeah.
MVP. Hall of Famer.
Well,
Quotables, not a lot of quotes, but does anyone have anything? Dan, anything in the quotes? You're on mute, Dan. You're on mute, Dan.
No, I did check, but nothing that struck me as a line we've oft repeated since this was released. So I did not land on a quotable. What about you, Damo?
one thing that I laughed at was when they were all in the movies and Phoebe Cates said, "What are they doing?" And he was like, "They're watching Snow White."
And they're loving
And
it.
they're like, yeah, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. I got a couple. One is Futterman. Goddamn foreign TV. I told you we should have got a Zenith. Yeah, because apparently Zenith was one of the few American-made electronics companies still going on. at the time.
Right.
Yeah. He's really racist, Futterman.
No, he's
Jeez.
not.
Yeah,
He's not at all.
he's super
Mate,
racist.
I have a Hyundai. I love Hyundais. I've bought 4. But when they came out in the 80s, they were pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not racist for saying they're pieces of shit.
Another thing, the cops. Let me drive. No, you're drunk. You always get to drive. That's because I'm the sheriff, asshole. And that's all said off screen, as in the cop when they're leaving, and it's on Billy and Gizmo. Really funny.
That's like I was in junior high,
Dickhead.
dickhead.
Oh, funny. Okay, well done. 1 degree of Kurt Russell. Anything?
No.
Daniel?
Nothing for me.
Okay, Dick Miller, Futterman.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Unlawful Entry.
Okay.
Oh,
roll?
there you go. There you go.
Impound Clerk. And Jerry Goldsmith
Oh, Jerry would have
was the
done something.
conductor on Executive Decision.
Okay, yeah. Well, Jerry, I think if you go to the musical guys,
Oh,
the
mate,
compos-
you want to talk properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk properly. Film school for F-wits. Daniel, take it away.
Yes, F-Wits, thank you for all of your support, reaching out on the socials. The MySpace page has lit up all year with everyone. Very thankful for this little slice of F-Wit intelligence gathering and sharing. And for the final one for 2024, I really wanted to debunk a bit of a piss take on this particular podcast, that people often give shit to some of my recommendations and film loves. So I know that Quentin Tarantino is a massive favorite of this podcast. I love it. I know that Whitey loves it. I'm sure Damo does too.
No, not at all.
Okay, I beg your pardon. I'm sure that Whitey and I love it, and Damo does.
He's all
not.
right. Oh, I'm saying okay, not a big fan. But
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
He's good.
Fair enough.
Good, yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Whitey and I particularly like it. Gow, who knows what that freak likes? Certainly not a lot of Mutlingers. That's not his go. But for Quentin Tarantino's favorite films of the 21st century, starting in 2000, I just wanted to read a few out to you. So,
This will be interesting, yes.
yeah, Battle Royale by
Excellent.
Fukushima. Yeah, amazing film. They're worth watching.
Yeah, they beat-
PTA. Sorry, you go.
There'd be no Hunger Games or anything like that without Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Year 9 class gets
really?
sent to an island.
Lord of the Flies.
They get sent to an island, and it's one survivor.
So it is Lord of the Flies.
It is, but it's
But they got to fight.
Yeah, they got to
They
fight.
actually sent there
fight
to
to
fight.
the
So it
death.
is Hunger Games.
So every year a school gets picked, and a year 9 class from
Oh.
a school gets picked, and they get sent to this island, and it's survival of the fittest.
That is
It's
horrible.
brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's so good, though.
disturbing.
It's fucking violent.
What sort of people send them there?
It's
Is
the,
it-
it's,
is
it's
it
like
like a-
dystopian future.
It is, okay.
So and it's Japanese. So
Right.
yeah.
Jesus.
yeah, it's full on.
Check
It's
it
excellent.
out, Damo. You will love it. It's very good. This is actually the intro to F-Wit, so we won't we won't go too much into the individual films, but films like There Will Be Blood, Paul Thomas Anderson, The Host,
Daniel Day-Lewis,
Jung
wasn't
Hu, Shaun of the Dead. Interestingly enough, he loved.
Great movie.
Young adult, Jason Reitman, which I enjoy, a Charlize Theron movie, which was quite entertaining. Top Gun Maverick is on there for 2022, one of his favorite. Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan.
Oh,
He loves that.
Animal Kingdom, interestingly, David Michaux's Australian film, which I absolutely love as well. Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yeah.
Team America World Police, finally on there.
Oh,
But,
we got that final speech is I don't know. It may be the greatest speech in movie history.
I played golf today, and I played golf with a guy named Gary. And every time someone said, "What's up there, Gary?"
Yes, Gary.
I went. Gary's the kind of guy that could stick a cock in his mouth. Every single time, and I'd just be randomly going down the fairway, and I'd look at one of the guys who I know quite well, and I'd go, "Gary."
Yes, Gary. Yes. Pussies and assholes and wine. Seriously.
Gary's the kind of guy.
Oh, fantastic. Look, Toy Story 3's on there.
God.
And look, I just wanted to point out that a
Pride in Toy Story
2003 film is also a favorite of Quentin Tarantino's and a favorite of mine. It's by the director Sofia Coppola, and its name is
Lost in Translation. Yeah.
So you guys give me so much shit about that film. So, and from Gremlins, Phoebe Cates has been probably my favorite actress of all time for her scene stealing in another favorite of mine, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So for my final Film School for F-Wits of 2024, I wanted to posit why Phoebe Cates and Lost in Translation are the two best things to come out of Hollywood ever. So let me take it away. I've written a little ditty. Phoebe Cates and Lost in Translation, a 1-2 punch as unlikely as 2020's G-Man, 10 slaying like the immortal 90s G-Man, but equally refined and utterly irreplaceable. In the pantheon of Hollywood greatness, these two occupy pedestals so lofty, they should receive an Oscar every year for achieving perfection in acting and filmmaking. Why? Because they represent the yin and yang of cinematic magic, the perfect mix of charm, mystery, perky snobs in a red swimsuit, and emotional depth that keeps us glued to our screens. Let's start with Phoebe Cates, the high priestess of the 1980s. She didn't just star in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, she defined it. That pool scene, iconic, doesn't even cover it. Cates embodied the unattainable girl next door, the Hollywood equivalent of being the lucky yet forever tormented kid growing up next door to Margot Robbie. And her turn in Gremlins proved that behind her dazzling smile lay untold depths of dramatic prowess in recounting the world's least plausible sad sack Christmas story. Hollywood hasn't been the same since she stepped back from acting to flash her perfect schnorbs and spoon with Kevin Kline, and we're all the worse for it. Then there's Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation, a cinematic love letter to ennui and late-night existential crisis. With its quiet melancholy and lingering glances, the film whispered what other movies shout. Bill Murray's jaded charm paired with Scarlett Johansson's wide-eyed introspection. And let's not forget Tokyo, which served as the third lead, shimmering like a neon fever dream. Coppola somehow managed to turn jet lag into high art, giving us a film that's both heartbreakingly relatable and achingly beautiful. Together, Phoebe Cates and Lost in Translation remind us why we fell in love with movies in the first place. They're a testament to Hollywood's ability to capture magic, whether it's in the flash of a smile, the most memorable shit wank dream sequence ever committed to celluloid, or the glow of an achingly beautiful city at 3 a.m. Greatest things ever? Absolutely. Film school for F-Wits.
Oh my God.
I think for the first time ever in Born to Watch history, I legitimately yawned during a segment.
Yeah, you've compared an equilateral triangle with a rhombus. Like,
Yeah.
they're different.
Very different.
Well,
Daniel,
don't
I know
know.
you.
only Morgs can see the similarities between them. Yeah.
What you know, it's Morgs' truth. It's his truth.
His,
Yeah.
not necessarily
Mine,
the truth.
Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino's, and
True.
everyone
Oh.
else that loves Phoebe Cates.
I tell you what's sad is that we're moving on to Kick-Ass credit song. And it's Dan again, so we have to listen to more of him.
Ooh. Big shoes to fill.
This should be interesting.
Big shoes to fill after that masterpiece last week.
Oh yeah, Fruitalaya,
Well-
Suitalaya.
Like I always do, I've trickled a little cookies throughout and foreshadowed where this might go. So the final Kick-Ass credit song for 2024, sung to the tune of a Stan Bush Kick-Ass credit power ballad, is titled CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. And it goes a little like this. Remember when movies had heart and some guts before the screens were all green and we lost our trust? Gizmo was real from that old Chinese farm. Now it's all motion capture. Where's the practical charm? We miss the slime, the sparks, the puppets in pain.
She's having 3 dairies.
We miss the slime, the sparks, the puppets in pain. The way those gremlins cackled in the snow and the rain. Phoebe Cates in the moonlight, man, her salt's so fine. Marvel's pixels can't recreate that spine-tingling time. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. We want rubber wires and effects inspired. Marvel, take your shiny pixels and expire. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. Zach Galligan dodged chaos in a kitchen so crude, while Phoebe told her sad Santa story, bummer mood. But what do we get now? A big blue sky beam. Superheroes rapid fire, quipping like a sitcom dream. No gremlins on strings, no slime on the floor. Just some computer art goblins rendered by a studio bore. Fast times at Ridgemont, that pool scene so pure. Phoebe's legacy, let's keep it practical for sure. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. We want Gizmo's puppeteers, work admired. Keep your Thanos and Hulk. They're just tired. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. Marvel keeps churning out their effects buffet. But
the
could their
bridge?
computers make strive decay? Nope, not a chance. They're all ones and zero. Give me the Gremlins puppeteers. They're the real heroes. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. We want Simon Sparks to set our imaginations on fire. Marvel's VFX, they just conspire. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired. And then I've even got an outro. So give me the 80s, the puppets, the gore, and Phoebe Cates walking topless in the department store.
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood, listen, it's what we desire. CGI, huh? You're fucking fired.
Holy shit!
You know what? There was so much passion in that because he wanted to vent.
I did.
That's
I
his
saw
actual
no
one. It was his actual, but Marvel got a big.
Yeah, he's not a big
He
Marvel guy.
really wanted to. We know you don't like it, but he just wants to. He still
Mate,
wants to.
when I was reading that they were thinking of doing a third one, but they were going to let the
And
computers out.
you obviously hate the CGI. You
no.
hate Marvel. You love Phoebe
Yeah.
Cates. It all comes through. The passion in that song. I don't think there's been one that was more from the heart.
Definitely from the
A
heart.
Bush song.
Definitely from the heart.
I loved it.
It was definitely long. It was definitely.
It was
long.
long. Sorry
was.
about that.
It
It was
was.
definitely long.
It's
A couple
the,
of bridges.
It's the first Kick-Ass credit song with a legit bridge.
A bridge and an outro.
With a legit
Yeah,
bridge.
it had a bridge and an outro.
It's
I
about
just kept
2
going.
verses, about 7 choruses.
I was waiting for him to start going, Eve, 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 let your head hang down. Eve.
Okay, number 2, Evie Part 2 is the best.
The best.
Bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, well done. Well done, Daniel. Star of the show, Sir Dimmy.
Oh my God, I had not even thought about this. Jeez, I'm going to go the puppets.
Practical effects.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
The puppets, all the different gremlins, the Gizmo.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the star.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to a dead heat tie between the practical effects, which I loved, and also Chris Columbus, who wrote this wrote the film on spec. So he just wrote it up because he wanted to showcase his writing, and he sent it off, and he didn't think it would ever get made. He just thought, I'm gonna have a bit of a flex on my writing, and Steven Spielberg got it and said, this is the most interesting and original thing I've seen in a long time. Let's get it made. So well done, and screenwriters out there, keep on keeping on. Chuck your scripts out to anyone who'll listen. I'll read scripts. Send them in to me if you want some opinion. So yeah, just keep trying.
Fuck me. I'm going practical. The practical effects, the effects department. Well done. Love practical effects.
Yeah,
so good.
definitely.
Yep. Well done.
But it's amazing how, I mean, it does still look, fake. There's some bits where it's like, holy crap, looks like a ride with the animatronics.
For sure.
But still, the CGI stuff is just looking rubbish.
Too much
Yeah.
of it is not a good thing. The rank bank. This wasn't easy. I'd like to get some feedback. If I knew how to spell "fools," I'd definitely use that, but I don't know how to spell it. Bathroom caddies.
Yeah, but buddies.
Bathroom buddies.
That's not bad.
Kitchen caddies. Bathroom
Yeah,
buddies.
Yeah.
I
don't mind that one.
Mogwais. Snotty curtains.
Oh, yeah.
Homicidal pets. Peltzer pets.
Peltzers, yeah.
That's really all I had.
Yeah.
I think learn how to spell for you.
For you.
Well, it's like for you.
For you.
For you.
No,
It's about three zeros.
for you.
Or was it?
Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Taking me out of my comfort zone here. Okay. So then we're going to start with you up on the land, Dan. How many for yours are you giving Gremlins?
Yeah, and look, it didn't really resonate with me as a 50-year-old man. I probably will Marie Kondo this. I don't really need to see it again. It was somewhat entertaining, but mostly enjoying the art of filmmaking and the practical effects and the picking up the little Easter eggs of the same set that was shot that was Back to the Future. So thank you, Gremlins. I don't know how many times I saw you. I don't think it was that many, but you can fuck off now, jog on, and I'm going to give you 3.25.
Good score. Good score. I think that's fair enough. Sir Dimmy Cockburn.
Yeah.
How many for yours?
For yous? For
your.
Okay. This is going to be another scounds where only you can say scounds. Yeah, look, I was going to, when you told me that thing about the Rod Taylor time machine movie,
yeah.
mate, I wish I'd actually noticed that.
You need to go back and
It
watch
makes
it.
it so
You
much
will
better.
fucking lose it.
Not
Not to mention Danger Will Robinson robot
Yeah, the
on
robot.
on the
Yeah,
phone
Danger.
the robot.
having a conversation with a guy.
Yeah. So, but still, yeah, it's got a bit too Muppet Show for me. Like a bit too much. I did get a bit bored. It's like I've seen that pub scene. It was too much, but I still think it's funny and it's pretty good. I gave it 3.
3? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. I'm with Dan. I'm giving this 3.25 for yours.
Oh,
For your. I actually, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I enjoyed the brutality of the Gremlins. It's definitely not a kids movie, which is fine for me
Kids
because
horror.
I let my kids watch whatever they want. They decide when they can't watch them, and this was one that Isabel couldn't watch. I enjoyed it. 3.25. Now, interestingly, let's see where that sits. Gremlins in the holy trinity of the rank bank. It is 3.17 for yours. And God, there's a lot of 3.17s here. Three. Wow. There's a lot of 3.17s.
Is it very congested, that number?
It's congested.
It could be the number one congested number.
It could be. Let me just open this up so I can see everything here. Okay, 3.17 as kickers.
As kickers.
Con Air.
Con Air,
Alright.
yep.
Yep. 3.17 Catches of the County.
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. 3.17 Sheldon the Wonderslongs. When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
3.17 Overacting Henchmen.
Was that in
Cliffhanger.
yeah, Cliffhanger. With Blade, Laser, and Blazer.
Yep. 3.17 Aquaturds.
Sounds like Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. 3.17 See You Next Wednesdays.
See You Next Wednesday was
American Werewolf in London.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
the
didn't know that
porn
one.
movie playing
Yeah.
in the film. And then 3.17 For Yours. Right. Puts it in equal 103rd
Oh, wow.
position
Oh, goodness.
on the rank bank.
I think that's
Fair enough.
fair.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that it's with American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Two very heavily effects-driven movies.
With
I think American
two
Werewolf.
blokes that look the same.
Morgs really pizzled American Werewolf in London, gave it 2.5, and I think that's rough.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good movie.
It's a pretty good movie.
It's, and two very good looking leading ladies. You got Phoebe Cates and Jenny Agutter,
Jenny Agutter, yeah,
who is unbelievably good looking.
horny,
now
horny
listen,
nurse.
can I just mention something about Jenny Agutter in Walkabout?
Yeah.
Did all the nude scenes at 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Wow,
Swimming in the waterhole. Starkers.
Mm.
We watched it at school.
wouldn't be allowed.
We're
to
at
now.
school and we're going, holy shit.
Oh, I'm going to go over dick.
Can I go to the toilet, miss?
Yeah. And considering she's a dead set, she's one of my
She's
Yeah,
great
she's
favourite.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous lady.
Daniel just said, "I got to go over dick."
Yeah.
It's so funny. So funny. Well, that's 2024. That's a wrap for Born to Watch.
That's a wrap.
And we, as Whitey and the team,
Yep.
I'd like to thank all apparent 40 listeners to Born to Watch. I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and stay safe
Watch the Gremlins.
for the holidays. Watch the Gremlins
Yeah.
if your VCR
Can I
isn't
just,
working.
I just want to stop you there. What's the stay safe bullshit?
Just stay
That's
safe.
it.
What's so fucking unsafe about having a holiday?
It's a very good point.
Daniel,
Yeah.
it's a jungle.
I'm not having it. And people say it all the time,
It's a
like,
jungle
stay
out there.
safe. Fucking, it's not
No
a
shit.
jungle.
No
There is
shit.
nothing unsafe unless you're our friend Tony Meehan and you're falling off a roof. Poor old Tone. Then the world is not unsafe around Christmas time. So fucking have at it. Don't stay safe. Give it a good go.
Okay.
Cut
for it.
loose,
Yeah,
cut sick.
loose. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And we'll be back during the break. Well, not all of us, but some of us. Not some of us. Me. We'll be back during the break, and we
Oh.
might get a special from the land episode. It's to be confirmed.
Ooh.
Damo and I will probably catch up
Yeah,
at some
we can
stage
catch up. I'm here
and-
for, I've got a couple of weeks here
and do
before I go.
something, and then
You guys are coming
do
up to the land for New Year's. We'll have a bit of a
We'll-
shindig on the farm, I think.
I'll come up for a cameo.
come up. That'd be
Excellent.
awesome.
Excellent.
And we
I think the wife's working on New Year's Eve.
well, there
I'm
you got
pretty
a
sure.
night off.
Yeah.
It's perfect. First one back, which will be without Damo, will be the 22nd of January.
Yeah, a couple without me.
yeah.
I'll be in the land of the long white cloud.
You will be actually.
Oh,
So
nice.
Damo will be missing.
I'll be hanging
but
out with Strangles.
we're going to be doing. Oh, nice.
he-
Are
Is
you
in
doing
Toronto?
is
Is
it
he in
a
Napier?
dance at Stedford over there?
I'm
What's
doing a
going on?
tour. Yeah, dance tour.
Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent.
the full Monty.
It's a 2-week cruise up the east coast of New Zealand.
Oh, stop it.
Lovely. They love
Yeah.
it in New Zealand.
Yeah, I'll be going to Hobbiton. I'll be doing some bloody investigative
Take some
journalism
photos.
at Hobbiton.
Take some photos.
Oh, mate, yeah, I'm hanging for that.
Show us your hobbit feet.
Yeah. You shall not pass.
It's been fun,
Full of
gentlemen.
a took.
Like to thank you both for the commitment to the show this year, and we'll be back bigger and better in 2025. First episode off the list is E.T., the extraterrestrial,
Ooh.
Big guns.
which will be fun. And then following not far after, we're going to do a couple shit ones, couple that spring to mind off the top of my head. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh.
You know, I watched Robin Hood, Russell Crowe one. the other
Awful.
d- and freaking Kate Blanchett is marrying goes into battle at the end in all the night
in all the night gear.
It's like,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
awful.
this shit?
Another one we'll be doing early in 2025. Mannequin.
Andrew McCarthy.
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah. It's been fun, people. Thank you. Stay safe.
Oh, fucking stay safe. Pussies.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.